Coach, how you getting acclimated this season?
Yeah, it's 13 new guys takes time, and we've been the epitome of up and down. We've also been the road warriors. We finally get to play 2 home games this week. We've had 17 games, 6 at home, and when you play 11 out of 17 on the road, that makes for tough sledding. In our league last week, the home teams went 9-1, and so you better take care of home court. And so we have Furman Wednesday night, and then ETSU on Saturday, and obviously both of those are two of the best teams in our league, and teams will need to play well. But I like where we are. We just got to keep getting better.
About that difficult schedule, do you think next season you're going to have more of a hand in trying to get that schedule together?
Yeah, I think at this level, I think I've said this before. You don't pick your schedule. Your schedule kind of picks you. But yes, we're going to work really hard to try to get that flattened out a little bit. And I think if it did anything to us, we don't have a lot of depth, and we're playing guys big minutes, and I think we kind of wore down some of our key guys. So it's good to be in a game rhythm, a practice rhythm, and looking forward to Wednesday night with Furman and Saturday against ETSU.
Yeah, last time out, you chipped away to deficit, 28 points, get within 4. But before that, you actually come back with an 18-point victory over Western Carolina. What gets in these binds, gets you the team in the binds early, and then y'all are able to climb out of it?
Yeah, I tell you what, we just spent 2.5 hours in a staff meeting trying to figure out why we're starting so poorly, and we've got to get it corrected. And it's been tough for me because our teams have usually started really well. We've usually came out of the gates well, but when you get that far behind over and over, you almost have to be perfect. And we played a Chattanooga team on Saturday that was desperate for a win, and they played like it, and they kind of hit us in the mouth. And before we got back up, you're down 28 points. You just can't do that. We actually cut it back to 4 and with about 2 minutes to go, and I thought we had a chance to win the game. But we've got to get that corrected, and we're going to work hard on it starting today.
Coach, I will mention early in the season you said Jaden Booth, it was after a good game. There would be teams that would tamper with him if he had eligibility. Clearly he does not, but do you see that with Dylan Faulkner?
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey for sure already. Some things behind the scenes that I probably can't share, but just knowing people already reaching out to him, and he still has a year left, and between those two guys, they're averaging 50 points a game in the league. That's probably the most potent combination in Division I basketball. Now we just got to make sure we get some guys around them. But we're going to do everything we can to keep Dylan. But it's the landscape we live in. And, if Jaden had another year, there would be significant interest in him as well as leading the country. Made most three-pointers in the country, and both good players, and glad they're at Samford.
How difficult is it to handle the coaching responsibilities, but also with the NIL and trying to get money for the team? How difficult is it?
Yeah, it's a huge challenge for everybody in college basketball. I'm thankful for people like Frank Bromberg and the people that support Samford basketball that are investing in our program. And now, just having support for your budget, you can run it through the school. It doesn't have to necessarily be NIL. And so, but you have no chance without it. We're not Alabama or Auburn, but you have to be able to stay in the fight. And what we want to worry about is what's going on in the Southern Conference. That's what matters. What are the Furmans, the Mercers, the Chattanoogas, the ETSU's doing? That's the most important thing to us.
Do you care to, I guess, your comment on just Cade and Morris's
Yeah.
play?
Yeah, two brothers. It's really cool. They're actually, their older brother played at Loyola Chicago, was a really good player. He's an assistant with the Charlotte Hornets. The dad's a great high school basketball coach. I think they're going to be here this weekend for the first time. And mom comes to all the games, but two high IQ guys and two guys that, play beyond their abilities. They're just winners. And they've been a really nice addition to our team for sure. And it's fun to see those guys every day as they get to do it as a family.
You have a lot of Alabama and Auburn fans here today that are basketball fans, but they might not have attended a Samford game before. What can they expect at the P-Dance?
Yeah, I think we want to be the kind of team that people want to cheer for. When they look out there, they see kids that are about the right things and kids that have substance to them and that'll play really hard. And I want them to know that they can make a difference. You don't have to drive to Tuscaloosa or Auburn on Wednesday nights. You can come over to Lakeshore and watch a good basketball game and cheer on the Bulldogs.
I will say, every year there's tournament expansion questions. Do you support the NCAA tournament expanding from a major perspective?
Yeah, I've been on I'm on the NABC board and in a lot of meetings. The thing is, I think it would probably be a good thing for mid-majors because if you're not careful, the Power Five are going to start pushing the automatic bids out. and that would be devastating for mid-major basketball. So we're hopefully there's some relief coming. I think that's in the works. We'll just have to see where it happens. I think 76 would probably be the most they'd get to, and I think that may be where we're heading. Okay, thank